The name of this next horse is Hoof Hearted, but listen to the call.
Hoof Hearted on the extreme outside. Colorado Co-Ed, Toast a Dozen on the inside. Questern Jet, Hoof Hearted on the outside, it's close. Hoof Hearted in the winner's circle.
¡Claro que sí! ¡Ay, ja, ja! ¡Sí, señor!
What is up, pod people? This is another episode of Hoof Hearted. I am Doc, and with me is Mex. Mex, the Mexalorian. Howdy.
Hello.
All right.
You said howdy?
I said howdy, yeah. Howdy,
All
partner.
right.
Yeehaw. Yeehaw.
I felt like you should have had a hat on when you said that.
I actually don't wear it. I don't have a hat on, and usually I am wearing a baseball hat, but I don't have a cowboy hat. I have owned one cowboy hat in my lifetime, and I wore it maybe twice. And
Yeah.
I think we bought it. I think we bought it when we were in Disneyland. I wanted and my parents were like, "Yeah, sure. Are you gonna wear it?" "Yeah, I'm gonna wear it." Nope, never wore it. Because, well, I mean, I didn't have boots. I didn't even wear jeans. I wore sweatpants like every other fat kid. So it was it's just kind of weird that I had a cowboy hat now that I think about it. And even when I move off to Oklahoma, I'm not wearing a cowboy hat. I just think that that's not me. It's not my style. I wear a baseball hat.
You should get one in the I was gonna say you should get one in the shape of a baseball hat. So it just has like the actual cap of like a cowboy hat, but not all the way around. It's just the front rim, like a baseball hat.
So it has a
But still
bill,
a cowboy hat.
like a baseball hat, but the actual part that's on your head is like a cowboy hat. Okay, that'd be interesting.
Maybe you should see. I'll see if we can find one for you. Do
Yeah,
that for you.
I don't know. Anyways, what you been up to, dude? How you doing?
Feeling like shit the last few days. Just
Yeah, emotionally
back
or
from
physically?
my emotions okay right now. It's all
Okay.
good. Not too much going on emotional wise. Like, I had a good cry last night, but that's just to cry. That's usual. Cry myself to sleep.
Oh, okay. It's good to cry, dude.
But yeah. You know what? Everyone listening, just go ahead. Let it cry out right now.
Yeah,
You got 5 seconds.
why not?
All right, that's enough. But no, I came back from the beach area this last weekend, and it was colder than I expected.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't bring a sweater, so
Mhm.
I fucked up. And when I came back, my throat felt like shit,
Yeah.
and yeah, I just didn't like. I felt that fucking just tired feeling for the last Monday through Wednesday.
Yeah.
I started feeling better on Wednesday, but finally getting back into it and feeling a lot better. But
Yeah. I want to
Eh,
apologize. I want to
it is
apologize
what
to everybody out there, the listeners. Yeah, both of us actually were sick. So that's why we didn't have time to record. Nor did we have time to post anything, of course, because we didn't record. So we had to skip a week. I didn't even post anything on Instagram because figured, whatever. But yeah,
could have posted like a doctor's note or something.
fuck. Yeah, I just talked to my work, and they said that if I miss 3 or more days in a row, I have to have a doctor's note. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. I'm not getting a doctor's note. I'll take a
I
picture
think
of
California just made that illegally at 5 days.
Yeah, and you know what? I honestly, I don't even give a fuck. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna fire me? They're not gonna fire me. They could kiss my ass. Then I'm not getting paid anyways. So who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not getting paid for my sick days. I don't have sick days. So there you go. If they want a doctor's note, I'll go ahead and I'll poop in a jar, and I'll send it to them. There's my doctor's note, because it's
Oh
just
yeah.
been diarrhea all week. And I know for some people that's probably too much information, but yeah, I've been pissing out my ass all week. Like yesterday,
So
like
when our viewers are having dinner while eating this,
good thing they're not viewing it. This isn't a video podcast, so thankfully,
listeners,
yeah,
listeners, you're right. You're right.
yeah, yeah. I mean, even if it was like a visual podcast, I would not show, because we'd get kicked off of every fucking platform. That's what would happen. They're like, "Is this two girls,
Hey,
one cup?"
OnlyFans.
Yeah, dude.
If you guys want something like that,
Two podcasters, one cup. That's what that's what it would
one
be,
one
man.
bucket.
One bucket. Yeah, dude, that's how much I needed. But yeah, no, I was throwing up, and I don't even know what happened. I was throwing up and I was shitting my brains out. And like yesterday was like and I know like this is too much information for some people, but yesterday was like my first solid bowel movement. And it was still, yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
That's how it sounded coming out my ass too. But
There you go.
the yeah, man, it was my first solid one, and it was still not that solid. So I'm still kind of recovering, and I don't know what happened, man. I don't know if I had like a bad case of food poisoning. I thought I had like COVID, um, because like just like food tastes disgusting right now, and it smells gross, and everything I eat is just like, ugh. Still, I'm like, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I plan on going back to work tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, anyways, but I'm glad you're feeling better, right? You're feeling better.
Yeah, a bit.
Okay.
Still got a little tickle, but
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah.
It's hard, like when it's like right there in the back of your throat, like it's hard to get rid of. It kind of
Yeah.
sticks there for a while, especially if you've ever smoked. And I know that you've smoked in your lifetime.
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna say, because it's not to like, well, you just did, but I was gonna say it only got better after I fucking threw up the other day,
oh, really?
and I
Yeah.
felt like, yeah, I felt like it was mostly all the shit that was just right there. Because right
Mm-hmm.
after I did, it felt like way less scratchy.
Yeah. It's,
But
yeah, dude. I used to, when I was a kid, I used to not want to throw up. I hated it, and I went forever with that. But now, dude, I want to throw up, because then you're purging your body of like nasty
I was gonna
stuff.
say, especially because the last time I did and I felt great, I was, and it's my fault, but I was at the movie and I slurped down a fucking icy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Just take yourself back, go watch a movie, and then have an icy and some popcorn.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I feel like, well, it's movie theater workers, so it's not their fault, you know. Like but I feel like the icy machine either wasn't cleaned right or
oh yeah,
something. Because as soon as I finished, I started feeling a grumble,
oh dude,
right? So I went and I went to take a shit, and it wasn't that. So I stood back up and I just threw up everything, and it was just all. This is the Pepsi icy. It was just all fucking black.
oh
It was like
yeah,
black tar, and I was just like, ah, Jesus fucking. I don't know if I want ices ever again.
yeah,
I mean, probably will, so it's all right. But the after that, like I felt amazing. I
yeah,
think like I had the icy, but I also had my breakfast and popcorn on top of or underneath that,
yeah,
and I don't know. I definitely made room, so I just felt great. But yeah, I felt like shit too, just
yeah,
because
dude.
threw up. But at the same time, there's like you said, you're ridding, kind of detoxing your body
Yeah,
in the most
exactly.
extreme way. It's not the best, but if you feel like that, I say fucking go for it. It's not some what is it? The skinny the thingy.
Oh, it's
You know
not
what I'm talking about?
anorexia. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's
Or
not. It's not
you're not
like
purging.
that,
Yeah, it's not an
and
eating
your food on
disorder.
purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like this eating disorder. But if you feel like shit, just don't let it fucking settle. Just fucking throw your fingers back there. Honestly, just throw up, dude.
Yeah, I'd rather not have to shove my fingers down my throat
Hey, hey.
because yeah, but
Like I said, I was lucky enough to where I just stood up and had
yeah,
it just fucking just fly out of me.
yeah.
But there's been other times where it's just like I know I need to, and nothing's coming out right now, so I just gotta fucking do this.
I'm a
Um,
firm believer it's mind over matter, man. So if you
my mind's not letting me just throw up, throw up, throw up. So like I'd rather just get it over with.
yeah,
Especially, I mean, you don't know. Not to say it's like poison or something, but you don't know if the food is like completely rancid or
yeah,
something that you should just try to like power through and digest.
yeah.
Speaking of, have you ever gone to Hodel's?
Been there twice or twice or three times. Yeah, but I
I
think
think
we had this
it was probably
conversation.
the garlic bread. 'Cause I've
Yeah,
been there a lot, dude.
yeah. Well, your
When I was a
family
kid.
goes there all the
I
time.
yeah, yeah. Well, not all the time, not anymore, but back like a while back. But one of the last times I went, um, I did not know that they had garlic bread, so I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Hmm.
I slammed some down, just got some food in me. About 15 minutes later, I had the fucking runs. I had to throw up. You ever use the restroom to the point where you're like, nope, I'm getting comfortable, and you took all your clothes off in the public restroom,
Never in a public
the
restroom,
restaurant,
but I get it.
in
Yeah,
the restaurant's
I've
restroom?
no,
Fuck, man.
I've taken my clothes
Fuck.
off at home, but yeah.
No, dude. Like I said, fuck it. And I think I had three people walk in and walk out. They didn't see me, obviously, but
Yeah,
my clothes were not. They were on the ground.
you're at the
They
fucking
were just
urinal,
nope.
like shitting in the
This is
urinal with your clothes
this is
on.
my spot. That'd be fucking funnier.
You come in and like, no, I'm
Just
good.
fucking sprawled out like Spider-Man.
Good. They going to the manager. Yeah, I think somebody's dying in the bathroom.
That'd be fucking great though.
Oh my
Shit.
god. Yeah, no,
I think this is the episode now.
what?
Talking about shitting in restrooms.
Yeah, well, dude, yeah. I mean, I've been so bad, like I've been sweating profusely, and I've been like hot and cold, and so like I'll take my clothes off, and I'm just like sitting with a bucket at my face, my ass on the shitter, and it's just like whatever. I'm just like, yeah,
This
yeah,
is life right now.
yeah. You're like, I'm like,
This is where my decisions have gotten me.
just let it pass. It wasn't even a decision. It was a bug. I was like, just let it pass. Just let it pass. Yeah. I mean, I've never been. I've been hungover one time. I've thrown up a couple times from drinking. I threw up once from smoking too much weed. Um, So I mean, yeah, it hasn't happened that
Ever tell
much.
you? I told you about the brownies
Yeah, I
when
think
I
so.
threw up
Yeah,
from brownies. The
yeah,
Dark Knight.
yeah. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
That's fucking trippy.
Yeah, but yeah, today's episode is not about throwing up or shitting, or being sick. Uh, so, what was the topic gonna be, man? You said something.
I think we kind of just narrowed it down to weird conspiracy.
Yes, yeah,
Kinda ish. You said something about Garth Brooks.
yeah, we'll get into that because actually, it's a Tom Segura kind of. He is a for people who don't know, he's a comedian and a podcaster. And on his podcast, Your Mom's House, he is constantly talking about Garth Brooks, and we will get into that later. But what was the one that you were telling me first that kind of got us onto this topic? Because I never heard of
Well,
this, and I think
so
it's
a
crazy.
while back, I started seeing more, and I don't think it was one of those Instagram podcaster people, like where I don't think they're actually a podcast, but they have like the setup and they just record videos and post
Oh,
them.
okay, yeah.
Um, but this trio had mentioned um that there's a theory about pandas,
Mm-hmm.
and them not being real. Their main thought was that it's all people in costumes.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen a video of a panda giving birth, and they just shoot them things out there. That's
Yeah.
panda pussy, and I mean, if unless it's what my thought is, it doesn't really make sense. And even the idea that all they eat is bamboo
Yeah.
is all they eat. You're fucking kidding me.
I think they eat other things, but like they'll eat their
Okay,
young.
but
They'll eat their
like,
young.
shit.
Yeah, they'll eat their little babies.
I feel that leads more to them being fake too. Cause look at this smug little motherfucker. If you saw him right now, you'd be like, dude's fucking hiding some shit.
Okay, so
That,
yeah,
I'm just looking at a picture right now.
you were telling me that, and what was the other thing you said, that they're just regular bears, but they have them painted and drugged up?
So yeah, that's my thought. Is I think they're either black bears or polar bears or some shit, and they're just painting these fuckers and drugging them the fuck up. Because the video that I've seen
Oh,
of the
God.
panda of that panda just shooting its baby out, it's like this thing's drugged. Like this thing is not moving.
Yeah,
It's terrified. The thing came out and made a noise and it's like, what the fuck is that?
yeah, the bear. Yeah,
What the fuck? So I honestly, honest to God, I want to say that pandas are just drugged up bears,
yeah,
and the whole thing of them just they just eat bamboo, all day, and that's there. It's either dipped in weed or cocaine or some shit, and
yeah.
they're just like fucking gnawing on
Giving
that
the
shit.
bears like fentanyl and shit.
Yeah, and then also, and I just saw it while I was at the gym. I just saw a news article about it there too. So I just popped this up. But in China, there's a zoo that took little puppies and painted them black and white to make them look like they'd be pandas.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
aren't they from China?
Pandas, I believe so. Yeah, I don't know much
They
about pandas
why would you need to fake pandas in China?
because
Oh,
they're endangered. So I mean, that's the, okay.
you're
So
right.
that's what I'm gonna say. All right. So
But
you told me this
I,
theory.
huh?
You told me this theory, and I think this actually is a good topic because I had been talking about some crazy shit at work just for fun, just to get people's reactions. But basically today's idea is weird conspiracy theories that are so far fetched. You're like, no, but
obviously there's pandas, but my thought is if they're almost extinct and you're trying to play it off like, oh no, everything's okay, you're gonna fake them. You're gonna fake them.
yeah, and
Maybe
that's
have
what
the last few in an actual like facility to maybe we'll get them the fuck today. No, they're just drugged up, fucking cotton bears or some shit. I don't know what I wanted to say right there. They're just so stupid right now. but I don't know, man. Like the and then the ones that are in this video for the puppy one. Like I said, why would you really fake it? I mean, unless they're so extinct that boom,
and
you only have 4 guys. That would suck. 4 guys fucking, you ain't getting little panda puppies out of that. I guess you are, but that's because you're making them. They're too cute though.
well, okay, so like you were saying, and yeah, I totally agree. Like the whole endangered thing, that would make me believe like that. Yeah, they could maybe paint up some bears, or maybe they could end up having people dressed up as bears in a zoo, or some kind of ridiculous shit, animatronics. I don't know, dude. Right?
Don't we have a bear overpopulation too here in America?
No, I don't think so. But panda bears are, slow. They're very low in numbers, and I think the reason why, because I don't know much about panda bears, but I do remember hearing that they are stupid. They're incredibly dumb.
Well,
and they also don't really like to mate. But I mean,
that sucks.
yeah. I mean, I can understand why they would end up, the whole endangered whatever shit. But
Yeah, just faking it until they make it.
Yeah, but I seriously feel like that is such a crazy conspiracy, you know? And then I'm like, yeah. And then, but when you told me that, it made me think of all of the other, like, really wild, stupid, because I mean, okay, so many conspiracy theories are wild and crazy, but some of them are so ridiculous. You're like, come on, really? Like, remember when I can't remember when we talked about it, but have you ever heard that that Australia doesn't exist? It's not real.
Anything needs a burn, so I would hope it's not real.
What, that Australia's not real?
I hope it's not real. I don't want those fucking spiders to be real. The ones I've seen of anything in that place.
You remember it was on fire.
Koalas are cool. I
You-
think all of them have like
They
some
all
type of
have
STD,
syphilis.
but
They
they're
all have
chill.
like syphilis or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I don't really want to fuck with them.
They're
Or fuck them.
mean, dude. They're
I
mean.
mean, that's given.
Yeah, they're
But
mean.
they're mean.
Yeah,
Fuck 'em.
apparently, yeah.
They go
Yeah.
fuck themselves then.
Yeah, but
I'd rather have a fake panda.
yeah, but I think that I mean that's just what it made me think of. It made when you said that, it made me think of like all the other ones that are just ridiculous. Like, I mean, pandas are real. So people who are out there thinking that maybe they're not real, pandas are real. Maybe though, maybe they are
Fucking prove you
dressing
wrong.
up people in zoos or painting
Kill the last
dogs.
three.
Painting
I told you,
dogs.
like,
If they're painting dog, I mean, it proves that the conspiracy is real. That they're at least the whole painting thing. If the dogs are being painted in China,
it just says that they're low. That
yeah,
they're
and
so low they don't want to risk them being sick. They don't want them to die
yeah,
without them being in a contained, like, secure space, so they know. Because that's like that's weird.
but if an animal, to me, and then this brings another subject, but
Also, why hide it? But
yeah,
sorry,
but I
go
mean,
on.
this brings another topic, you know. But if an animal is not wanting to reproduce, then I mean, isn't it that it's like survival of the fittest? Isn't that the way it is?
You probably know the world's doomed.
I mean, is it? Yeah, but yeah, right. But I mean, if it's lost all hope,
I can feel it in the ground. I'm just gonna chill. Fuck you guys.
if it's lost all hope, then let it go, right? I mean, I know ecosystem and this and that and blah blah blah, but you know, it changes, right? Like it all changes. So maybe it's time for the pandas to go. So yeah, maybe it's time. I mean, dinosaurs once existed and they're gone. So you know, like the world is changing, and then sometimes it goes back. So some animals come, some animals go.
Maybe we get dragons again.
Yeah, dude.
I'd take that. I would take dragons over pandas. Fuck pandas.
They want to bring the dodo bird back, and then one other
Fuck that. Bring the
other
dragons
animal. They want to bring another animal too. Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, like you saying that the panda thing, it made me think of another animal that people kept saying doesn't exist, and that would be birds. Birds aren't real. Like, do you remember when that was like a meme for a little bit?
I mean, a meme. Still think. I mean, birds. Okay, for sure.
The
There's
whole
birds.
okay, there's birds, yeah, but the whole idea was
Not
that
all of them.
people, nah, they're birds, dude. They're
But
not
a lot
like,
of them.
dude, they're not Illuminati drones, man. They're fucking
saying-
birds.
Fucking just saying like Bill Gates. This motherfucker's too rich. You mean Illuminati? I don't give a shit about them no more.
Yeah, okay.
Going for the head.
I still think that would be a cool shirt though, if he just had a shirt that said Illuminati drone, and it was just a picture of a bird.
Couldn't take it.
just a pigeon. But it's I still have that Philadelphia Bird Law School shirt that you gave me years ago.
I still have my what is it? Like muscle milk.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
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 They're Sunny in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what the bird law I thought was from.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Okay, just making
Yeah.
sure.
It's just we were talking
But I
birds, so
know
it made me think of that.
4 party cards, 5 party cards. But
anyways, yeah, dude, like the whole thing, I think people like one of the arguments that people were making that birds aren't real is like, have you ever seen a baby pigeon? No, I haven't. But you know what else? I don't see a lot of baby birds like ever. The only time I do is when they're dead, and then baby birds don't look like the bird, you know? Like they just appear, man. It's because they're high up in a tree in a nest. I'm not climbing trees, man. This ain't the fucking 50s, you know? Like, it doesn't happen, man. So be real. Be real.
birds don't look like the bird.
Drones aren't taking
you're right.
shits on my car. Drones aren't taking shits on my car. Like, this drone's got a leak.
Have you ever shot white?
No, I haven't. If you're shitting white, then you've got a real big problem. A real big, as a human.
Birds shit white, and
birds do, but that's
we got to think like that ain't natural. That's probably like
no, it's natural for them.
Trying to tie it in. It's their fumes, you know, like they're getting rid of the gas that got them through the day, and now they need electricity, and now they need to get back to the telephone pole to charge up. You're just the closest car.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. They're wireless charging when they're on the phone. The electrical wires, the wireless charging. Got it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Our phones have it.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, why not these high-tech birds with feathers?
Yeah.
I mean, drones with feathers. Yes.
I mean, you could put anything you want on a drone. You could have a dress on it. And then what are we going to call it? Flying girl? No.
I don't know.
Still a drone. It's not a bird.
Yeah.
But if you put feathers on a drone,
then it's a bird.
And we probably want to be able to tell.
Yeah, I guess.
And that makes that a bird.
Yeah, like those cell phone towers that they turn into trees, that they make them look like trees.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they totally look like trees.
They're trees. Now they're trees.
Yeah, you totally fooled me.
Man-made tree. And you know what? Let's have a. How do they not have a use besides cell phone towers? Why? Are we sure they're not actually like cleaning our air like trees do?
That would be cool, but I think that would take a lot of energy. More energy. It would create more energy. It would take more energy to clean the air. That it would just like the energy that's being created would it just end up being more pollution anyways. So yeah, it would counteract, I think, but. Yeah, but the birds are real, man. I'm sorry, they're not drones.
I said birds are real.
You said I know you said birds are real.
There's some of them that are probably like at most tops 10 drones. We're not gonna see. They're not looking at us.
What you're saying is
that they're looking at like
they might like put in a few like fake birds just so that
it's just to follow the real birds. That way, none of us like catch on to their bullshit.
Yeah, well, and then
so it's like I said, 10.
They're slowly integrating robot birds in, so then that way we'll distinguish.
They might as well have done that with the pandas, right?
Yep.
Give us robot pandas. That way, when they actually die off, we don't know.
Mm-hmm. And then that's why.
Just like their predecessors, the dinosaurs.
But then they get sloppy and they just paint a couple.
They all
of
die off eventually.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe birds are just leaving us, man. Maybe they're so advanced in flying that they got to Mars first.
The birds or pandas?
Ah, shit. Both. What if China put all their pandas on rockets and sent them out? They're like, we're gonna fucking coin this one and get about the space first before even humans. Fuck that shit.
The panda's sitting on the surface of Mars, looking around like that John Travolta meme. He's like, "Where's the bamboo?
Where's the bamboo?
You fucker! I gotta grow potatoes." Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Anyways, yeah. So we got the pandas aren't real. We've got birds aren't real. I kind of touched on Australia not being real, which we know Australia is real because we've had. I mean, well, he was from New Zealand. I was gonna say Lord of the Rings, but that was all New Zealand. So maybe Australia is actually New Zealand. They've been lying to us the whole time.
Should they go to war
Against each other?
the next war? Yeah.
Just to prove that Australia.
Well, you're saying one's not real, and that's kind of the ideology of the war's going on right now, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Just say, oh yeah, it's not real, or it is. Yeah,
Zealand.
to make
Australia.
it seem as it's real.
It's your guys' call. Fucking make it happen.
Yeah.
Let us know first. Give us a scoop.
I know Australia is real.
Do we?
Seen Crocodile Dundee? Fucking
yeah, but I mean,
what's that?
What if it's all New Zealand and they just came and stole the land?
Yeah. Well, what about the crocodile hunter? I mean, he's from Australia.
Peace, but
yeah.
Put me on a fucking tightrope right here, man.
Yeah, I know. Now you can't say shit because you can't say anything bad about him, right?
I'm just not gonna take anything I've said back. I forgot.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, cool. We can move on from that subject anyway. I used to think Australia would be cool to go to, but like you said earlier, dude, the fucking spiders and dude, everything in Australia is trying to kill you. Everything wants to kill you.
Okay.
Like the people in Australia, different breed. I will say this though, and I know this might sound fucked up, but we don't have any listeners in Australia, so whatever. Or if you're from Australia, I mean, chime in, say something, call us at 661-379-0020, or you can text us on that one, or you can send us a message on Instagram. I'm Doc Farted on Instagram. You could go to the Hoof Hearted podcast on Instagram. You could go to _Mexalorian on Instagram. Also, you could check him out on Twitch. He's still on Twitch, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. But you could go ahead and message us. Message us.
Right.
All these places you can message us. People in Australia, some of them, not all of them, some of them kind of sound like they have a mental problem. Like they kind of
like, what's that comedian's name?
Who?
Fuck. Not Rick.
They sound like they have a head.
Whatever.
They sound like they have a head injury. Because sometimes they'll just.
I don't know if that's better.
The way they talk is so slow. It's like some of them sound like that, and I know that's fucked up to say, but I used to like the accent. But then the more I hear it, the more it starts to bug me.
Hang on. Sounds like you're kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay, all right.
Like I said, we don't got any listeners in Australia, so
because Australia
prove us
not
wrong.
real. Yeah, exactly. Prove us wrong. Yeah,
prove us wrong, or go to war
with New Zealand. That'd be funny.
Whoever you really want, but yeah, mainly New Zealand.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would that be funny? Because I kind of feel like it would be too.
What?
I feel like it would be kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean that'd be weird, but
if we call it too.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I've never heard anyone thinking that there's tension over there because they're
there's
right
tension
next to each other, right?
Yeah, there's tension, but it's not. I mean, it's more like Australians are always like, bashing on people from New Zealand.
So it's just shit talk.
Shit talking, yeah. It's always shit talk.
Uh,
But that's just
they
from
should
that's just
step
from
it up.
what I've seen from watching Flight of the Conchords. I don't know my knowledge of the beef between Australia and New Zealand is all based off of Flight of the Conchords, and those guys are from
That's
New
a
Zealand. So
that's a
there you
TV
go.
show, right? I
TV
think I've
show,
seen
yeah,
that.
it's hilarious, yeah, um, yeah. But anyways, um, are there any like crazy like conspiracies that you could think of that are are just like total bullshit, or they're just so outlandish that it's just kind of comical?
Uh, Damn, I didn't think of that.
It's hard when you're on the spot, I know.
Yeah, I never thought of it because like even when I hear the dumb ones, I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe the world will end today.
Maybe.
Okay. But honestly, like I can't remember the last time I heard one. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. Don't talk to me. Um, because I would do the same thing where you just say stuff and try to get people's reactions. I got a few people mad at me that I didn't back down on flat Earth, even
Oh
though it's like
yeah.
I don't fucking
All right,
believe
we're
it. I
putting
just like getting you riled up or something that's
Yeah.
kind of bullshit in general. So even if it turned out to be real, like I really don't care. But for me to just say one thing and you to get like heated or mad, it's comical. It's pretty funny. So I don't know, but like it's not like I believe everything uh I see or hear. I just find a lot of stuff, interesting.
Yeah, and that's
Not
that's
even that it's like taking over, because it is what it is. But sometimes I think too much on some things. But it's just like 'cause it's cool. It's fun to think of or rattle it around in your brain and just be like, oh, that'd be interesting.
yeah, and
That
that's the
would
thing that I
be
like.
way to end or something. Or
Yeah.
what if dragons?
Mm-hmm.
A rest on dragons. Like I'm good with that. Like I'm not ever gonna back down that dragons were a thing. Be for real. That's my one. Because fuck dinosaurs. I don't know. But what were you about to say? Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, I'm with you, dude. Like, a lot of times, like, I don't believe stuff, but I want to like believe that there's magic and that there's amazing things, and you know, uh, but then I also believe that like people are corrupt and things like that. So, um, like Hollow Earth or Flat Earth and things like that, like I may not believe in them, but I love to listen to the ideas, the stories. And I think that's like um I mean that's the number one thing. Like I find that conspiracy theories and I like them better when it seems like it's entertainment. You know what I mean? Um
Yeah.
to me it's just another form of entertainment. It's kind of like it's kind of like when you were a kid and people would start rumors about shit, like they'd make, like you said, make stuff up, you know, and then uh you know it's almost like this. So like imagine you're a kid, you're like 6 years old, and there's like one kid who's like Santa isn't real, and then he's like spreading that rumor around, and then some people are believing him and some people aren't, and and then some people are just listening to it going like, I don't care if he is or isn't because I'm Jewish, and this is just funny to hear everybody going crazy. And then but then you find out when you get older that that kid was right. And I feel like that's kind of how conspiracies are. um like when you find out shit, like, you know, you're younger, you find out these things, and then, or you hear these things and you're like, that's ridiculous. And then as time goes on, you start finding out that, yeah, that kid was right. Santa isn't real. I never believed in Santa though,
Alex
but
Jones was right.
yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. The frogs are gay. Uh, I'll be damned. Uh, yeah. But, um, yeah. So, anyways, it's just I don't know. Like, I just find it I find it entertaining. And then if it's not entertain, if I'm not entertained by the person who is talking about it, if I'm not entertained anymore, then you know, I'll stop listening to them. So, like, I used to listen to Alex Jones, but I got tired of all the yelling. I'm like, come on, dude. Like,
Yeah.
why are you yelling so goddamn much? You know, and then I used to listen to some other people, but it just stopped being entertaining, and I decided to change who I listen to. So, and really, I don't listen to a lot of conspiracy stuff anymore.
Same.
Yeah, every once in a while, like if Rogan has somebody on that's interesting, like anytime he has Graham Hancock on, I'll listen. Um, Sometimes Higher Side Chat, I'll listen. Um, I'll listen to. There's another one, Conspiracy Soldiers. Uh, they're cool. I'll listen to them because they kind of just like they just talk about a bunch of random shit like all the time. It's like two dudes just bullshitting, and so they kind of it's kind of like just watch like listening to a bunch of memes almost. Just a bunch of different stories that have come up that they found interesting. Who's another one that I'll listen to? God dang. Oh yeah, I'll listen to the Cult Rejects. Still listen to New York Patriot and his people. So the people that are all associated with the Occult Rejects, they got a few people now that are on all the time and stuff. So I'll listen to them, and but that's about it. Not too much, and I don't listen all the time. I just wait for a topic that I actually want to listen to. Um, the one like person that I'll listen to all the time though is Graham Hancock. Like whatever he's like, because I just find it very interesting, like all the stuff that he is researching, because it's like, you know, alternative history, and that's something that really fascinates me. So, you know, but yeah, feel
I've
like I've
tried to
been.
listen to his stuff. I've tried reading one of his books. Just I'm the worst at reading.
Yeah, I do the audiobooks.
But yeah, when I've heard him on Rogan, he's very cool to listen to. Like you said, he's more about the history and what's
Mm-hmm.
came off that pretty much. So it's cool to listen to.
Yeah, yeah.
But now I've kind of fallen off of stuff like that, or even what is it political stuff. Like I need to stop
Yeah.
because shit just pisses me off because people are so stupid these days.
Yeah, I mean
But
the
go on.
political stuff gets too much, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And most conspiracy shows always go political, and I just get tired of it. I really don't care. There's a dude that I talked to on Instagram, and he's got a podcast, but he's very political, and that's why I don't end up listening to it. And he's really talking a lot about the whole uh you know, Israel Palestine thing. Guess what? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. And the other thing too is like I don't understand why people are protesting um when all the like You should be upset that we're giving all of our money to all these places. Like we've got all these
Yeah.
homeless people, and we've got gas that's like $5 a gallon where we're at, and more. And it's like, you're not protesting that? Like, protest that. Like, I don't give a shit what's happening in the other parts of the world. You know, I know, don't get me wrong, I know that things that happen globally affect us locally. I get that. But, you know, change what's going on here first. Change what's going on in your hometown, and then it can grow. It can expand from that. Like, you know, I don't know. It's just, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I'm going on a rant now, and this is like totally changing the vibe of the podcast.
A little, but it's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I said
But there was something
Go ahead.
about being a killer or something. I don't know. You said something about something.
Yeah. I know. Let's get back. I want to get back onto more of the lighthearted shit. No, I want to save that for last because I think that one's crazy. The other day, I was at work and I was talking about. I was just asking people. I'm like, do you think Stevie Wonder is blind? And one of the guys, excuse me. Jeez, that one was gross. One of the guys at my work, he was saying, I heard about that. I heard he's not, maybe he's not blind. So, I mean, the story goes, or the rumor or conspiracy goes that Stevie Wonder is actually not blind. And there's a bunch of like videos. You've seen the videos, right? Like of him like waving at people that are waving at him. But what was
he
that
like
one?
goes before people hand him something, he's going to grab it already.
Yeah. The craziest one though was the mic.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Like the mic was dropping, it was gonna fall, and he goes and he picks it up. Like not he goes to pick it up, but he stops it from dropping, like during a recording session.
This is like Daredevil hearing.
I know, but in the middle of like singing and stuff, like that's insane. Yeah. But I remember seeing, I think it was Shaq. He was like on like he was on TV. He was like doing NBA or whatever. And he was talking about I think he was Neighbors. I could be confusing all of this, right? But I think he said he was neighbors with Stevie Wonder, and he used to see Stevie Wonder driving in the neighborhood. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's true because Shaq likes to goof around a lot. So he could have just been saying ridiculous shit. But a lot of people have said, like, I think even Jamie Foxx has said that Stevie Wonder wasn't blind, or I don't know. A lot of people, celebrities who know Stevie Wonder, have said that he can actually see. But my argument is he is legally blind. He could just make out shapes. Like he can't really. Yeah, he can't. So if you wave at him, he can see that something is waving, but he's not going to be able to tell how many fingers you're holding up. That's my theory.
So it's like a partial.
Yeah, it's a partial blindness. Like legally, he can't do anything other than distinguish shapes, and maybe he can see colors, but I highly doubt that he can even do that. I think that it's mostly like blurs. There's plenty of people that are like that. They're legally blind, but they go around functioning. They just can't. I mean, they just can't. They can't drive legally. So they got no license or whatever, but they can still give you a high five if you hold your hand up. They can still see that there's a person coming to them, but they're not going to be able to distinguish between a panda and a painted puppy. So So they're perfect for that zoo in China. But that's my thought with Stevie Wonder. What do you think?
I kind of feel like it's probably that he is partially and legally blind, but um not fully to the point where like, oh, you can't see at all. That's so cool. He's playing the piano. Well,
Yeah,
he could see all the keys. He knows he can see that far at least, or his hands. But
yeah,
you're right too. Like, so even if you could see as far as the hands, he'd still probably see mainly blurs.
yeah. You could be completely blind and play the piano. You do it all by feel. You kind of get that. But
Yeah, no, 100%.
yeah,
But for him to do the whole like you said, the picking up the mic, shaking people's hands when they're putting it out, and stuff like that. It's like, oh, he could see some things, but not fully.
yeah,
But you're also right. Whereas you don't need to be able to see to play the piano. You don't necessarily need to see to play any instrument.
yeah. But I think also too, I mean, they could have oversold the blind thing when he was coming up. Because I mean, you had Ray Charles, so now you got another, another blind singer. It's like they could have oversold it. He could have been like, "Oh no, I could kind of see," and then they're like, "No, you're completely blind." Okay, don't take your sunglasses off ever, and if you do, cross your eyes, look stupid. So, you know, uh, yeah. I mean that's the thing. That they could have very well like oversold the whole blind thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my thought. But
for sure, for sure.
yeah, but I
It's
know.
just, I mean, as well. Also, if it's like a child, that's still pretty crazy for a kid.
Yeah, he was a
From what I
kid.
remember, the movie, he was able to like, he went blind
No, that
and
was
was
Ray. That was
playing
Ray
instruments
Charles,
and
dude.
shit. Oh shit!
Yeah, that was Ray. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
I
You're
think
right. My bad.
I think that um I think that Stevie Wonder was born blind. If he's blind, allegedly he's blind. Uh
Oh really?
allegedly he's not blind.
Uh,
I don't know. But
yeah, I mixed them up completely.
yeah, but
My bad.
that's the
My
thing though. I
bad.
think that that's the whole idea. I think that was the point, right? Like if Stevie Wonder isn't fully blind, because I do think that that's the logical reason that he was able to catch that stuff. Why he waves is that he can see blurs, he can see outlines, he could see something, but he can't see well enough to be able to be considered, not blind. So I think though that they oversold the whole him being blind because it gave him they lumped him in with Ray Charles. So I mean, not that he wasn't talented, he was talented, or Stevie Wonder is talented, but I mean, another blind kid that's playing piano and singing. Yeah, man, that gives you some I don't know, some recognition. So, because there wasn't anybody else. That's my thought.
Yeah, it's not to say to use or anything to use that like disability to get famous, but I mean,
But back then they would, if it would
yeah,
help.
yeah, exactly. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I could hear you.
But, my PC is acting weird, so
Okay.
sorry about that.
Oh, no
But
worries.
yeah, so especially if it's like, yeah, back then, a while back, being younger, yeah, use whatever you got for sure. But I don't know,
Yeah.
be more up on the up and up because it's weird the type of stuff that like with the Shaq thing, the shit falling over almost. It's just funny that it's like, well, I thought he was completely blind. Is he not blind at all? What's going on there? Whereas it'd be like, well, he's not completely, but
Yeah.
he's mostly. So it's still pretty cool, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, dude, he's still blind. That's the thing, though. Like, you can be blind, but not completely blind. Like, you can be legally blind, right? Like, I'm sure. Like my ex-wife has Coke bottles for glasses. Without her glasses, she's legally blind. So I mean, like she could not, she would have to hold things like right up to her fucking face, like literally in front of her eyeballs in order to read it. And that's another thing too, man. Like glasses, like that's a disability. Like it's some amazing to me, like that we've normalized glasses and that it's okay to have glasses, and it is. But the fact that like we forget that that's an impairment, that's like a disability. Because if you break your glasses and everybody only has like one pair, and you break them, you're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
my wife or my step, or actually no, if if all my kids, if everybody in this house breaks their fucking glasses, except for me and my stepson, we're good. But they're fucked. They can't see shit. So,
It's like the what's that show? Twilight Zone.
yeah, that guy. Yeah.
The librarian or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He like the last person on Earth, and he collects all those books, and then his
Yeah.
glasses break.
Yeah. That would fucking
Like, yeah,
suck. Yeah.
what the fuck's he gonna do?
And that's
Shit.
and that's the thing, man. Like think about it. Before glasses were invented, how hard it was for people. Like people just like running into like boulders and shit. So, like
Because most deaths were just because people couldn't fucking see.
yeah. Yeah, man. You couldn't see the animal coming, and yeah. But I think too, like it's like we said before with the pandas, survival of the fittest. A
Yeah,
lot of these like genes were weeded out because they didn't they didn't survive, so they didn't mate. So we were stronger then, I guess. So whatever. Anyways, I say we move on, man. Are you ready to move on to the last one?
yeah.
Because I know
Yeah.
you've been wanting to talk about this one, but so
A little bit, just because I don't know really what's going on with it. I didn't know Tom Segura had this thing
yeah, and
about
I don't.
was it Garth Brooks?
Yeah, Garth Brooks. So I guess anybody who listens to your mom's house has probably at some point in time heard Tom and his wife talk about Garth Brooks being a serial killer. And for the record, I think it's ridiculous. So I want to get that out of the way before Garth Brooks' lawyers decide to come after us. But I think it's absolutely ridiculous. The story or the theory or whatever it is goes that in all the towns that he performs in, on the nights that he performs, somebody either is killed or goes missing. So then obviously that means that he's a serial killer, right? Or that he's a kidnapper. Or that somebody in his staff is, a killer or whatever. But here's why I'm gonna say that this is so ridiculous. Garth Brooks is one of the biggest musical acts of all time. Anywhere he goes, he's going to be going to big venues, big cities. So these places automatically are going to have tons of people missing or killed on the days that he's there anyways. So I think it's just purely coincidental. I mean, there's hundreds of people missing all the time, and there's hundreds of people like dying all the time, being murdered or whatever. So I just think it's purely coincidental. I think that what it really was is like, I think that somebody had kind of like joked or made that connection, and then Tom probably heard about it and just thought it was funny, and then totally ran with it, but made it sound like he was totally serious and totally believes it. Because now he's got people showing up, like fans of Your Mom's House are showing up at Garth Brooks concerts with signs asking Garth Brooks where the bodies are, which is hilarious to me.
It's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's like the Ted Cruz is from The Office meme. You ever see that?
No, not from the office. It was he's the
Oh no, yeah, you're right. And it
Zodiac
was a
killer.
murder.
Yeah, Zodiac
Yeah,
killer.
the murder. That's what it was. That's what was stupid. Um, what the guy? Then he looks like someone from The Office too, 'cause that's what I thought it was for a second. But no.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Um, I think there was two. I think he looked like the Kevin, and then he also looked like the Zodiac killer because there was people showing up with the guy from The Office's face at his public hearings
Oh, okay.
and something like that, and they'd flip it, and he'd just be like, "Fuckers, come on now." But then you're right. There was also there was the theory of him being the Zodiac killer. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Um, which that'd be fucking interesting.
Yeah. Here I'll
But
read
I,
something. What? Go
huh?
ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say I took a hit while you were explaining that, and I just thought of the Office thing, and then when you
Yeah.
said the killer, I was like, wait, you're right, there was that too.
Yeah.
But
The
sorry,
Zodiac killer. Yeah.
on?
So here's the thing. This person wrote something last year. And basically, let's see, just when you thought social media can get dumber, Twitter is now X, and people won't stop claiming that Garth Brooks is a serial killer. He's, yep, you heard that right. The country music superstar is being called a serial killer over there on X. I don't know why, whatever. This guy's got axe to grind, but I guess apparently,
Who bought Twitter? Musk.
yeah,
They all just hate Musk now.
I know.
So as soon as that he changed it to Twitter, he was public enemy number one. Or from
Yeah,
Twitter.
and I understand the rebranding, like he wants to rebrand it, but that was pretty dumb because
It was.
tweet, like I don't know, it was stupid,
Yeah.
but yeah, but I
Go on,
agree
sorry.
with you. I agree with you. They just want to hate. They just want to hate Musk. Not like I think he's a great guy or anything, but you know, I can
He might
guarantee.
be the Antichrist. I don't know yet.
I guarantee you that the old owners and operators of Twitter were not good people either. So
Yeah.
everybody
100%.
who wants to, you know, suck their dick, you guys are fucking stupid too. Let's see here. He's being called a serial killer over and over on Twitter. It's relentless and clearly not based on anything that is factual. Brooks has found himself in the middle of a controversy lately for daring to suggest he might serve Bud Light in his new. Okay. Oh yeah, and this see, this is a bunch of stupid shit. The okay.
Anything? Because my only thought, would you find something?
Yeah, okay. So according to multiple reports, it all began with comedian Tom Segura and Brooks' 2018 concert tour announcement. At the end of the video, Brooks says, "Let's get physical playing music." And he says it with a smile. And then Segura reportedly joked that Brooks looked like he has killed multiple people before. And then after that, it's kind of taken off. So And then the conspiracy, like his tour dates coincide with multiple missing people reports, even being added to the story. That has led fans of Segura to show up at Brooks, show up in Brooks' posts to ask where are the bodies. Many people, it seems, are in on the joke, but there are other people who genuinely and unbelievably seem to believe there are facts behind this, and you will easily find people on. God, there he goes again. Like, whatever. It's okay. Like, I know that this is why journalism is stupid nowadays, because it used to be like, why I don't understand why they have to keep taking digs on on Twitter, like, or at Twitter. Like, that has nothing to do with the topic. Like, if I wrote this essay or article when I was in school, I would have got docked so many points because I was off topic. Like, how many times does he got to talk about Twitter? Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, Twitter is where everything was happening, but what does Elon Musk have to do with that? I don't get it. Anyways,
I think also just because I'm pretty sure most of what he's done to Twitter itself, like policy wise, is allow a lot more freedom of speech.
yeah, I guess that's the
So
link you
so
can
that
make. Yeah,
yeah, so people are more pissed off. Like they could say this. Well, it's fucking freedom of speech, bitch. Go fuck yourself with it.
yeah,
We have the right to say whatever we want until it becomes like literal hate speech or threats.
yeah,
Then but until I ooh, I was gonna say something about China. It's funny to me, but I don't want to. In the same breath, it's tasteless. Um, but yeah, until people speak, actual hate or threatening
yeah,
people, then it's not an issue, man. Like your feelings are not uh, important. To be fucking fair, your feelings are not important to the landscape of the world, of anyone else's like fucking day. It doesn't matter. Live with yourself, be happy with yourself, and then just fucking move on.
yeah.
So annoying. Like, sorry,
No,
go on.
no, that's fine. You're gonna get me off on a whole nother rant, but I don't, and
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not
That's why I'm
going
like,
to.
no, we need to. What was this thing about
Yeah,
Twitter?
yeah, I'm not.
Or that wasn't it's about Garth Brooks, but it's
Yeah, but
secretly about Twitter.
I guess there's a little, there's a war now between the Segura fans and Garth Brooks and his fans, and they kind of got beef now, and Garth Brooks finally uh blocked Tom Segura. Tom has done it all as a joke, and
Yeah.
then the fans have, like, jumped on board. Unfortunately, when something gathers steam, and this is with like any kind of conspiracy, if something gathers
Well,
steam.
anything on the internet.
What?
Anything on the
Oh yeah,
internet,
yeah, really,
really.
yeah, anything on the internet, anything that's a joke ends up gathering steam, and then people start thinking it's real, or they start believing it, because you have some people who are like, and this goes with a lot of conspiracies, like conspiracy starts catching on, and then more and more people talk about it, and then they start cherry picking certain thoughts and ideas, and making those as, like, saying that those are hardcore facts and whatever, and and it's not true, and none of it's true, and then but people will believe it, and I don't. And
Yeah.
that's why I
Just
really can't. I can't believe. I believe nothing. I believe nothing unless I can see it for
prove it.
myself. But
I was gonna say the Garth Brooks thing.
yeah,
It could be people because yeah, I mean, yeah, I played music. The biggest fucking show wasn't that all that big, and always had tight crowds and whatnot. But like Garth Brooks' shows, they're gonna be packed, and big ass stadiums.
yeah,
The likelihood of even it being like a woman that he got fucking knocked out or passed out just from the heat,
Yeah,
that's more likely. That's
yeah.
more likely of what happened.
Well, no,
So
but the
even
thing,
if they try to tie it to him that way, it's just like, no, I mean,
oh
still
yeah,
that's still
no,
natural
but
causes.
but the
Nothing to do
stories
with
don't have anything to
drugs.
do with people who are attending his concerts. Like these aren't even the people that are
Yeah,
missing aren't
they're just
always.
tying the missing or dead to
Yeah.
him, right?
So like Garth Brooks shows up, let's say he shows up in Fresno, right? In Fresno,
Uh-huh.
California. And then just some random person is found dead the day after Garth Brooks leaves.
Oh.
And then, that's what
Well, you said missing too, so I was
yeah,
thinking, well,
or
maybe
missing.
they went to fucking hospital
Yeah.
because they had a
Yeah.
fucking stroke in the middle of his audience or
Yeah,
something.
it's not that. They're not trying to say that
Yeah.
it's the people that are there at the concert. What the joke is that Tom Segura said Garth
I get it
Brooks
more
looked
now.
like, yeah. And then so,
I feel
he's
like
going from town to town and he's like killing people. That's his
yeah.
extracurricular activity, which is not,
It's fucking funny, but
yeah.
it's
It's funny to make that connection,
yeah,
It's not funny when you actually believe it. It's also not
yeah.
funny if you're going to continuously harass uh
People over a
somebody.
joke.
Yeah, it's like because you can.
Especially, I mean, if it got to him and he was like, that's funny, I
Yeah,
mean, it's not fucking true. Here's the day and
yeah.
like disprove it,
I think
and
that's the.
then hits up Tom, and then they're like, oh no, I was just fucking around, man. I didn't think it'd get to you, and then they do a whole like thing on I don't know.
That I
It
think
would
would
have
be the
been
appropriate way to handle it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
he
exactly.
hasn't even
Like
acknowledged it.
he just ended up blocking.
Yeah,
Dude, actually, the blocking kind of makes it seem like, "Ooh, you caught me.
it
I need to
could.
fucking get away from you." Oh
He's like,
shit!
yeah, he's like,
I don't know, because that's not the cleanest way to get away from shit, man. Blocking someone.
yeah, no. I just think that if he's continuously being harassed about it, then it's pretty fucked up. But he can easily end up getting around that, like with what you said. If he's like, "Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
know, I get it, it's a joke," and da da da. So like
Or you know
understanding that
what,
it's not
Tom?
real.
Like, how about I take you on tour or something, and then you see nothing's going
Dude,
on like that,
how great would
and
it
then you
be?
notice.
He's like,
Go on.
Tom, I want you to be my opening act. Like that'd be so that'd be crazy. That would be hilarious.
But what if after that point you see a decline in the deaths around his tour because Tom's on
Because
tour.
Tom's there, yeah.
Caught me, motherfucker.
That's
No, I need to
funny.
stop. Need to
Yeah.
lay low for a bit.
Yeah. Nah, I mean
But
it's
no, okay.
but
But
like
I thought the joke, because I've seen that. I just didn't know where something started. Maybe it was just where we talked about it, but
yeah.
I feel like I've seen it online before too.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been watching Tom Segura stuff in a minute.
Yeah, I haven't
So I know I
either.
haven't seen it through them, but maybe it was just like a clip through them on TikTok or something.
Mhm. Yeah.
But that is pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. But I think one thing I want to say though, for people who are listening to the show, and then we could kind of end it, or we can end it. But when it comes to conspiracies, think of it as entertainment for one. Be open to any possibility. Anything is possible, but don't believe everything, including conspiracies. I think a lot of conspiracy-minded individuals, um, they have a hard time trusting people. They have a hard time believing the the main story that everybody else is believing in. Um, but they very easily fall into this trap of believing every single alternative idea or story. Um, you know, uh, the the I don't know. It's kind of it's hard for me to say, but just use your best judgment. Trust the people that you can actually trust and that you actually know and that you've talked to face. Don't trust somebody that you listen to on the radio or on a podcast just because you yeah, except for us. No, but just don't trust somebody just because you like their voice or you like some of the things that they say. You need to use your best judgment. And if you are in no condition to, or you don't have the mental capacity to go ahead and make solid judgments, then surround yourself with people who can and that you can trust, because um yeah, I don't know, it's just important not to be making these like rash decisions and go out and protesting ridiculous things or making comments or posts on the internet that could end up harming somebody or yourself. I don't know. Say I just think that a lot of times we want to believe in some of these conspiracies or these stories or alternative thoughts, but don't just use your best judgment. Think critically. Um, you know, uh, does it make sense? Do that first. Think of both sides of the story before you actually jump to any conclusion, before you start to like go and tell everybody that. And then if it's something like it's a story like for us, where we're talking about birds aren't real and pandas are fake and whatever, it's like just as long as you preference like this stuff is just it's just ridiculous ideas. Like when we were talking about dinosaurs being fake and dragons being real, like we have no proof. We don't know. I just know that I don't believe that the story that we've been told is exactly what they say. And it's for me personally, it's the same thing with the Bible. And I know that that's a really touchy subject and it's probably a shitty way to end the podcast, but I think that you just have to, any kind of religious thing or whatever, you got to just kind of make your best judgment. So, yeah, that's about it, man. I don't know why I got on all these stupid rants today.
It's all good.
Is it though? Is it? I don't know why, man. It just
Oh no.
because I've been really thinking a lot about like the whole conspiracy thing and conspiracy theorists and I just because I hear so like you just see so many people like believing so many stories, like whether you're believing in the government or you're believing in your guy on the radio or your celebrities or this and that, and it's like you don't really know, like we're putting our trust in all these different people, and I don't know, sometimes I just feel like it's just too much and I just want to like slow down and I want to like go to the woods and then not have to deal with hearing about you know what rapper Puff Daddy fucked in the ass. Like I don't I don't want to hear about any of that stuff. I don't want to hear about how Biden is a clone or he's not a clone or he's just this and that, or how Trump is the antichrist or how Trump is the savior. Like I don't want to hear about any of that shit because everybody seems to be fighting against everybody. Everybody has an agenda, and I get tired of hearing like all that stuff. That's why, like, really, I wanted this to be a nice, funny podcast, and I think I really made it too heavy, and now I feel bad.
Play the horns. That's how this is going. Go ahead and follow us at the Hoof Hearted podcast, the _Mexlorian, and Doc Hearted. Hope you guys have a good day.